What the? Is that a owl? Ah, curse you, old school adventure game. Uh-huh. 1555 cheater.
LucasArts Games hint line.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the Dinky Island jungle in Monkey Island 2. So what do I do next?
Sir, are you playing Classic Monkey or New and Improved Monkey?
Classic Monkey?
Sir, there's a button for that.
Of course there is.
Thank you for calling LucasArts hint line. We hope your call was enjoyable.
Wow. So that's what an evil zombie pirate hellbent on my destruction looks like. Wait, what? Change it back! Change it back! Change it back!
Hi, welcome back everybody to more Monkey Island with Rampancy.net. I'm Nargajan.
And I'm Blackstar.
And I'm the disembodied voice of Leah Crow.
And I'm Jail.
And yes, here we are. We're going to be starting a new one up over here. A new one of an old one, actually. We're going to be doing a next Monkey Island game. And now, is this the special enhanced edition of Monkey Island 2?
Yes, this is the enhanced edition, and it's kind of breaking my brain, the date in that trailer, because that was the trailer for this remaster of this game, and it came out 12 years ago. So the remaster is 12 years old now. And the original came out.
We're right on top of the latest and greatest.
94 or something. I mean,
oh my god.
It's almost the same time it took from the original to the remaster.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know, it could be worse. What's the longest development game in history right now?
Yeah, 16 years versus 12 years. Oh,
Star Citizen?
I'm wondering if Star Citizen has beaten some of the other ones, because
Star Citizen still hasn't come out yet. There was Duke Nukem Forever, which was the record holder
14,
for a while.
I thought. Yeah, it was either 14 or 15 years. Yeah, so I'm just wondering what's the record holder. I don't know if we actually know that.
And as loath as I am to enter into the Monkey Island art style discourse, I just did happen to notice that technically that trailer is yet another art style, because although this game is not 3D, either in its original incarnation where it was pixel art, or in the new one where it's the painterly version of the pixel art, it's a 3D version of that. But that's different from the 3D that was used in the later games, as well as different from the 2D cel-shaded type animation that was used in the third game, which is Curse, and which is distinct again from the art style that's being used in the new game that some people disliked so poorly that they found it necessary to insult the devs, who then decided, I'm not sharing any more information about this game on the internet because you all stink.
From Ron's words himself.
I agree with. But it did, the one good thing about that was that I did find out where that came from, is that the guy that they chose to do the art direction for the new game, Return to Monkey Island, is the guy who did the art for Knights and Bikes, which is something that came out a few years ago that I had also looked at as something to play. It's a very distinctive art style, but it's also very, very different from all the other previous different styles that were used in this series, and some people don't like it.
Yeah, well, there's no unified vision. Some people that drives them crazy. Funk's in the chat, believe it or not. Funk says, I used to run a Duke Nukem website. Wow. How long had that been going on, I wonder? Maybe you should send us a URL.
Oh,
we can host it again.
Deca brings up Beyond Good and Evil 2, which it was recently, recently somebody dug up some financial statements and basically said that, it's still listed as an active project, even though the guy who made the original and was helming the sequel, has now years since retired from Ubisoft entirely, I believe.
He's gone. And, well, see, the funny thing is they came out with, the super impressive trailer for the internet a number of years ago. And
also in a radically different art style than the original game.
Completely. Oh, yeah, completely. In fact, I hadn't known much about either, and I went to go research it based on the entrance of the sequel. I'm like, oh, wow, this looks really great. I should check out the original. And they were completely different. So, yeah, it's sad that nothing came to fruition on that. But
Even
this
when
one is definitely going to be a unique experience, I think, because out of all the games that we used to play, I think I remember watching you play this one the most.
Yep.
I think a lot of the recollections I have about any of our gameplay stuff and everything is on this one.
Yep. And this was another one of those series where I entered it by playing the second game first, because I didn't have the first Monkey Island game. This one was the new one when it came out, and so I bought it, and this was for the Amiga 500. So it was a bunch of floppies, and you had to swap them to play. And this was also, because it was in the early 90s, it's really kind of the Amiga was absolutely amazing when it came out in the mid 80s, especially the 500, because it was so cheap compared to what a Macintosh could get you at the same time, but also so much more capable than the Macintosh.
The big thing was the sound.
But the early 90s, it's really on its last legs, and it's at a point where like PC games of the same era were better.
It
better
completely
looking.
surpassed. Yeah, better load times, more storage, faster performance, better frames, etc. etc. I mean, the full 3D rendering became big.
Ricky's in the chat. Got a killer migraine this evening, but wanted to stop by, say good luck, and have fun. Thanks, Ricky. Hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better after that.
Yeah,
That's
feel better
serious
soon,
stuff.
man. Yeah, no, Narc gets headaches all the time, and it's no joke. Deca says, which trailer? They've had 5. I couldn't tell you. There was like 2. There was the teaser, and then there was one that was like really, really impressive that had a lot of flying around and ships and whatnot and everything. I remember that one. I'll have to look to see if I've seen the other 3. I may not have. Funk says, how long have we been waiting for Queen's Wrath to come out? Like 8 years? Yeah, how long is Queen's Wrath? I mean, for him to bring that one up. Let's see.
And
hello, Ricky. Hi, Ricky.
The other thing about this one is that someone pointed out in a comment that there was a way to play the original game with the pixel art with the voices that were added for this edition. And
because that was something we wanted to try.
For some reason, the special edition of this game allows you to play that way. When you switch to the old graphics, you don't lose the new music or the voices.
Oh, that's nice.
So if we want to spend more time in this one with the old graphics, which I'm thinking I might want to for various reasons, we won't lose the voices when we do it. So that'll be good.
So the question is, do we want to switch back and forth, or do we want to have one consistent run one way and another consistent run the other way?
I'm gonna switch
for the purists and for the newbies.
I'm gonna switch back and forth like we've been doing. It's just that whereas before I think I'd be spending most time with the new and going back to the old ones for either convenience or demonstration, or because the gameplay is easier that way, I might be just spending more time with the old and looking at the new stuff occasionally in this one.
Right. Well, see, the other thing is the interface, because you, for controlling certain things with the other game, found it easier to do with the old interface than with the new. I'm wondering if there's any improvements or changes with that. Jail, you were going to say something.
This is a while back, but I was going to say, when they announced a sequel to Full Throttle, that was going to have an art style that really made the fan base angry, because the first art style was just fantastic. But anyways, I was going to have it in conjunction with that, but I'm good to go.
Okay. Well, Funk says switch on. He wants to switch back and forth.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to see both. So I think
I want to see both. I absolutely want to see both. To be honest, I'm wondering if they're going to come out with like a super 3D VR version of this at some point. That I think would kind of be funny conceptually if that actually came to fruition. But until then, we'll have to suffice with this. So, Narc, have at it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monkey Island 2.
I'm VR ready.
I knew you would be.
Okay, so let's start a new game. And I can switch art style.
Well, Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you could help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
That's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait." And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
I thought it was.
Did we lose audio?
Yeah, Nark, did we lose audio?
None other.
Then why'd you
There we go,
come
that's better.
here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died
Well,
trying.
it got better for a second.
Either way, we won't
Yeah,
have to
now
hear
it sounds
about
echoey.
LeChuck anymore.
That was my fault.
Oh, it was you. But Deca says he hears audio, so that's good.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good
Yeah, I
story
think we just
even
lost
if
it
they
for
paid
us.
$50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
I feel like that name
it's
Big Whoop
cutting
is
off completely when we talk. I think that's it.
Well, I think he's playing with the auto leveling.
It's a bit strong.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive.
Hey, check out that inventory.
Yeah, that interface is a little different. They stuck it on the top rather than the bottom. That seems a little weird, but okay. Yeah, see, the default is down on the low side where the graphics are up top and controllers and inventories on the bottom. But on the other stuff, they put it at a bar on the top.
I've turned off the auto ducking, so that won't affect anything.
Okay, yeah, it's just that the master output from the auto ducking just seemed very, very loud. So it just seemed very prominent every time we talk. It seemed to duck rather aggressively.
So a few things that I noticed about that first cutscene is that the subtitles in the old resolutions, because they're so low, like they dominate the screen. They obscure the characters, and it's really about the only thing that I really don't like about it is that when there's a really long line spoken by one of those NPCs there, it covers almost half the screen.
Well, I certainly don't mind at the resolution I'm watching.
Yeah, but you're a post.
It makes them very readable.
Can you still interact with your inventory? Like, can you?
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah.
Like what does he have to say about this stuff? I mean,
This
he's
may
rich
be a lot
now.
of
We don't
money,
have to go
but
looking
it's
for money.
nothing compared to how rich I'll be when I find Big Whoop. I think I'm pretty well prepared financially for now. I should be set for the whole trip with this.
Now, the interesting thing about this
possibly go wrong
for me, since this is the game that I started playing with, is that this character design is the one that I think of. And of course, it's dominated by the coat. Like the big difference between the character design in the first game and this one is the captain's coat, the blue coat. Because previously he had this kind of the white shirt, the black pants, the kind of the cabin boy outfit.
He's also got a beard.
He wasn't a real pirate. Yes, and also, which is weird, he's got a beard and a ponytail. The ponytail he had, but now he's got a beard, which is what makes the joke in the early scene kind of weird, because when he says he's on a new adventure and they ask growing a beard, and he says no bigger than that, but he does have a beard. I wonder if they changed that at some point.
You think?
But another thing, and see, I can't make the character turn and face the camera, but the dominant characteristic for Guybrush's design in the new versions is how long and thin his face is, how pointy his chin is.
Yeah,
and notice here,
accent is make him very lanky.
Yeah, and notice here they've gone with it.
Disturbing.
It's kind of stubble, right? Like he doesn't have a beard here. He's unshaven, which is not the same thing. Yeah, 5 o'clock. Yeah, as Deca says, it's supposed to be a 5 o'clock shadow. Well, I don't know. Here in the new version, yes, it's clearly intended to be 5 o'clock shadow. But that's not really clear here. Like, this to me looks, again, right? How much interpretation can you project onto, if half a dozen brown pixels? I mean, is that a beard?
His hair is pointing outward towards his chin.
Yeah, is it?
Hey, it could be worse.
Shadow?
It could be Sonic.
I don't know. I do think there are some parts of some animations where it looks more clearly like a beard. It may be a short one, but I think it is definitely a beard. And the other thing is that although this doesn't seem to bear any relation to the plot of the first game, like, Guybrush starts this game out with a lot of money. Like, it's kind of a joke that he's an aspiring pirate who has no clue and has to do these ridiculous things like digging up a t-shirt as proof that you can find treasure. But somewhere between the end of Monkey 1 and beginning of Monkey 2, he amasses...
This should be plenty of money to charter a ship.
Lots of money. And he may or may not have sunk the ship he took to get to Monkey Island in the first one. So we don't know how he got here, but we don't have a ship when this starts. So we're going to be stranded on this island for a while again. So anyway, what I do like it definitely is that, like, the motion in the water. I mean, this art is pretty. I mean, I don't dislike the old stuff. The old stuff's great.
This is so sad because the remastered version of Full Throttle had, in the original graphics, animated water and animated skies. And I see in the remaster in this one, the sky and the water are really nicely animated, and they did none of that in the remastered version.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Captain Contract is in the chat. Hi, Captain. He said, "Yo, guys, I don't know if y'all remember me. It's been a long time. I still got to catch up on the past Monkey Island streams, so I won't be around for today." LOL. No, that's fine. Okay. Trust me, I totally understand seeing them in order.
We'll see you when you
there should be a playlist on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, there should be. I don't know how easy to be to find, but it
Funk
should be there.
Is not going to be able to make it. That is such an oddity.
Yeah, and Funk says, no spoilers for this one, whole new game. That's okay. I feel the same way about Stranger Things Season 4. I haven't seen the finale yet. No spoilers.
Welcome to Woodtick. No treasure hunting zone. Welcome to Woodtick. No treasure hunting zone. Oops, excuse me.
So they put a shovel on the sign with a no marking on it to
I
say
forgot
no.
this happens.
Second thought,
This happens no matter which side you try to exit.
Is there music for this bit?
This is a toll bridge.
Oh.
You gotta pay.
Yeah, I forgot. I was just trying to reposition myself to look at the shovel, and he went off screen, and that triggers the cutscene.
Sure, take my money. I don't
Is this some sort of bribe situation?
No, more like extortion. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
Whoa, he's strong.
Police! Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
I kind of like the remaster one better simply because of the lighting. The clouds in the original make it look like daytime if it wasn't for the sky having stars in it. And I like how the light lamp on the tip of that boat is in the light source to everything here. IMO.
Very colorful. Who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I roughs up what needs roughing up on this island.
Whoa!
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Lago Legrand.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks.
So, wait a minute. Is he going to go in the water and get it? Or can you...
He took it.
I always wondered about that. You'd presume that anything we had in our coat would have fallen into the water, and then Largo would have to go get it. But that doesn't seem to be what's happened. You can't ever go down here, and of course now all of our items are gone. Luckily, there's one to pick up.
Oh, you can pick up the shovel.
Yeah. Oops, I think I broke the sign.
There.
Thrifty Dig, for the treasure hunter on a budget.
Wait a minute. Did it just trademark Dig? Was it? No, that couldn't be an homage.
Thrifty
Dig
Dig
comes later.
Yeah,
Thrifty Dig.
Trademark that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a hero pose.
Doesn't everybody?
One of the things I did when I decided to research for this stream, I found out that this was the first game that used iMuse.
Yes.
Really? You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I probably have,
so,
but, it's been years, so I probably forgot.
So the kind of stuff that they talked a lot, that like Marty O'Donnell talked a lot about how they did the Halo music and having it be a bunch of layered loops where it reacts to player actions so that like it gets ready for what's going to happen, and when action happens it brings in other segments so that it sounds like it's an orchestra that's reacting dynamically to what you're like doing instead of just fading in and out of pieces. Like that kind of stuff started really with iMuse, where pieces that were MIDI were also divided into layers and loops so that they could transition one from another. So instead of it just being that like when you exit a screen, the piece that was playing stops playing and a new piece starts playing.
The original X-Wing games had that, and there was a lot of outcry when they released the collector's editions that replaced it with CD orchestral music, which were higher quality, but they lacked that dynamic.
Yeah. So once you read the red book, you couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I remember because we were talking about the Amiga before, and I mentioned the audio quality, because the one cool feature that I thought a lot of systems had that they absolutely did not and was unique to the Amiga was they did a really interesting thing with the channels. On the Amiga, that you could actually get what sounded like actual stereo. But what they did is they split up entire instruments and sections for one channel on the left and one channel on the right, so that literally when they mixed together, it sounded beautiful. It sounded like it was in stereo. But in fact, it was dual mono, and they'd actually split entire sections, instruments, or even musical pieces. So when you actually grabbed the files and played them back, if you played one, you heard one sound or one set of instruments, but only on your left ear, and on the other one, you heard the other set of the instruments, but only on your right. When you played back in the game, it sounded like it was in stereo in the machine. And that was amazing because the quality alone of it was far superior to a lot of other ones. In fact, perfect example is Lemmings. If you've ever played Lemmings on the Amiga, the music is spectacular. You play it on like the Atari ST or the PC or any of the other ones, it sounds terrible. It really does not sound good at all. And to me, one of the best things about Lemmings was in fact the music. So
yeah, they had, for iMuse on Monkey Island 2, they had 2 developers, and after the game was done, they pretty much quit working on iMuse altogether because no one ever noticed the work they did, especially with the transitions from one scene to another. And Tim Schafer jokingly said, well, that was kind of the whole point. You don't really notice it.
Well, Reki says, okay, so I'm actually managing to watch despite the omnipresent inconvenience. Well, thank you, Reki. We appreciate you sticking with us. I like how true to the OG that bridge scene was to the remastered art. Yeah, it was pretty close. And in fact, even on the new stuff, they actually did animate the water. So there was actually some motion there on the new graphics.
With wave effects even that I really appreciate.
Now, I do
were
have to
there animated
say,
bugs flying around the lamp in the old, or no? Hard to tell because the picture I'm looking at is really itty bitty.
No, I don't think, not on this screen anyway. Okay. I don't think that's animated.
So the new
at all.
one has animated bugs, so that's pretty good.
Yes, as well as the ambient noise, crickets and little fish in the pond.
Yeah, the crickets are nice. I like the crickets. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Now, I also, although this has the talkie version, right? So that we're getting the old music here, but the voice acting. I don't think we are listening to iMuse here. I think you need to be using the SCUM version with only the old graphics in order to be listening to iMuse. Because when I move here, I'm not sure. You know what? I'd have to.
It is split up in my ears. I am hearing 2 different things on 2 different channels.
I don't know. We'll have to listen to it.
We may have to do a mix or do some post-production experimentation.
Now, as much as I love this region, though, I do got to say that, like, some of this is barely parsable. Like
it's
like,
very
instance,
busy.
Like, that's a sign.
Very busy.
Yeah.
But you can't tell what it is. And the sign that says the bloody lip is just like, oh yeah, okay, that's a cocktail glass. It's barely parsable as a cocktail glass.
Still though, it's very close from the old to the new.
The Bloody Lip Bar and Grill. Help wanted. 1 week's salary in advance. Inquire below.
Okay. Anybody got any votes on where we go first?
Well, can we do the full screen? Because it's hard to tell with the postage stamp. I got the quad up. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so we have a choice of
the
what?
Carpenter, the boat where the pirates are over here. The houseboat that Largo lives in is on the far side. This, I think, this is Wally's. And then the bar is down here.
Okay, let's go to the bar. We hit the bar for the first last time, so it seems logical to go to the bar this time, too.
Yeah, doesn't really... So it only seats 3? He's spit cleaning it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Pirates.
What is he using to clean those glasses? I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced. It reads JoJo, appearing nightly, no cover charge.
Mojo JoJo.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
How's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is, make anything you could name, but I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me
of the
my
devil.
usual and put it in a real glass.
What?
Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this stump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Okay,
Boy,
a little
you just
bit of
gave him all
trivia
your
there.
money?
I don't want to talk
Since
about
I
it.
played Full Throttle to every extent of my life and have read all about it, Tim Schafer says that this moment where Largo yanks the bartender onto the actual bar, he stole that for the opening to Full Throttle.
Could be.
Well, you know, he's still from the best, right?
Well, he did work on this game, so he basically stole from himself.
Oh, everybody does that.
I think this bartender is a lot
Hired
nicer.
help only.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
Okay, so asking for the drink is part of another puzzle that's later. I think the first one we do with him is we can't go into the kind of like the first one where there's the kitchen we have to go into, and you can't go into the kitchen until you can, you have to wait for the cook to leave the room so you can get in. And this one, you can't go in there until you work here.
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning, but if things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
I love the fish going in the background.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? What's it look like in the new one?
Like that conveys that it's this bar is underwater.
Yes, well, the whole ship is, but you're definitely under the water line, and I just love that touch.
Well, see ya.
I'm not sure the new one has the fish.
Well, see, that's just it. I'm curious. Next time you see it, yeah, we gotta see if it's in the old and the new.
I'd be surprised if they didn't put that in, especially if they knew it existed in this version. I bet it's in the new version.
Well, fingers crossed.
There
it is. Yeah, okay, there it is. It was there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so they kept it.
I should have taken that bet. So is there anything that we could do with the spit?
Oh God, do we want to?
We
can't.
Okay, I don't know how spoilery we want to be because I remember more of the puzzles in this game than I do in the last one.
Right. Well, I wouldn't consider it spoilery. I mean, you're doing a playthrough, and if you know it,
basically, we're gonna want the spit. Like the bartender has already told us really what the first puzzle is. He said that he can make any drink, but he can't make what would be really useful, which is a voodoo doll of Largo. So that's
which is
what
obviously
we're
to motivate us to
eventually
do exactly that.
Going to need, and we're going to meet the voodoo lady again, and she's going to tell us what we need. The spit is one of the things. We need a piece of paper to collect it off the wall, and I think we can get that.
That's ridiculous. Why would the voodoo lady be here when she's from another island?
Simple. She can bounce around. Recky's actually saying, yeah, what would even a fake glass entail in this context? Well, I think what he meant was that he didn't want one that he was spit cleaning.
Reminds me of a dollhouse I once had. I mean, my sister once had.
What is this guy? Wait a minute.
It's a pile of blank paper.
Did he just put his... Alright, I think that
I think it's a monocle.
That monocle's got to be a puzzle.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, we're gonna grab it.
In Full Throttle, a character leaves his cane out in the open, and it becomes interactable, but only when he does it, and then you can grab the cane from him. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Yeah, he's putting his monocle down randomly on the table.
Yeah, I have a feeling we have to get the monocle from him.
He's working on a map, and he periodically takes his monocle off and puts it on the table to rub his eyes. But since I knew where the paper was, we could just do this right away. So use paper with spit dripping down the wall.
Yuck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Deca says even more expensive crystal or clay, possibly. Liv Deca says, yeah, there's probably a lot of chairs behind the fourth wall, Jill. Yeah, because I guess there weren't a lot of chairs in the bar. I expected it to be populated. I forgot that it wasn't.
Hello.
Okay, so before we take Wally's monocle, which we honestly won't need for quite a long time in the game,
quite a while,
we can at least talk.
Excuse me.
Oh,
is inventory a problem?
Can I help you?
No.
Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood,
Let's take
Chuck
it
Busting
back.
Stud.
Well, to discussion, of course.
Oh, of course.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally B. Feed. At your service.
I have some questions about Scab Island.
Why? Thinking about moving here?
Actually, I'm trying to get off it as soon as possible.
Good luck. With the sailing embargo Largo's imposed on Scab, it's hard to get anywhere. Which doesn't help my business, let me tell you.
Yeah, and everybody has the same story that basically Largo being in charge, is bad for everybody. So everybody is willing to help you get rid of him.
You know anything about this Largo guy?
Can I say
He's just the local
by
hood.
coincidence,
Takes down
my entire
everybody in
homeowners
town.
association
Nobody
voted out the
comes or
president
goes from
yesterday.
Scab because Largo makes them pay through the nose.
Yeah, tell me about it. Where's the governor's mansion?
There is no governor on Scab. This is an anarchist cooperative of pirates, cutthroats, and other criminals. A haven for roughnecks and rebels like me. The only authority on this island is that bully Largo.
There's no governor, then who do you marry?
I'm looking for some room and board.
Well, I hear there's a new chef down at the Bloody Lip. And the Swamp Rot Inn has all the comforts of the sea. But I think Largo's booked the whole thing.
Thanks for the lowdown.
Anytime.
Okay, and so we've heard from the residents that they want a voodoo doll to get rid of Largo, but our goal is finding the treasure called Big Whoop.
Do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Why a voodoo doll?
Who sent you
Why not?
here? I should warn you, I'm heavily armed.
I was sent by the IRS. Let me see your files.
The who? You better not try for my files. All my research on Big Whoop is in there.
Are you looking for Big Whoop too?
Well, I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
I really don't know much about it at all.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Elaine went down in a terrible storm.
Elaine?
Only 4 crew members survived. They washed up on a remote deserted island. Some say its name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
I changed my mind. I don't want to steal this
Because
guy's
there's no such
possession.
I
island.
knew you'd change.
Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
I'd almost like to know, did any real pirates ever do this, and did it ever work? Because I only ever see this as a plot device in games and movies. The pirates who split up the key or map to their stash so nobody can rip off anybody else.
Well, it's like, how many pieces do you really need to fit it all together when 2 or maybe even 3 pieces will be enough to fit it out of a 8 pieces map?
I think the way this works out is that you have to get the 4 pieces more or less in order, and that's the last piece that has like the X on the spot. So that you only know where to go once you've gotten the last one.
You don't actually believe
Yeah,
that
I'm just thinking
story,
back
do
to
you?
that Star Wars:
course,
The Force Awakens,
it could
that
just
galaxy
be an
map,
old
and it's just
legend,
missing one
but
section.
if I could
and
just see the map
when
of that island,
R2-D2
I bet I
brings
could
in
recognize
or
the shape of
BB-8
the
brings in
land and
context,
track
it's like,
it down
why don't
myself.
you guys just search the empty portion?
Sorry, we're talking over a lot of game dialogue here. I didn't get
Yeah,
any
I
of
know.
that.
Sorry about that.
Jail, can you hear the dialogue? I just want to make sure you're getting the audio.
Yeah.
Just barely, but it's good.
Just barely?
It's
I'm,
massively
it's
loud
not
for
going-
me. I have
it's
to
not-
turn it down.
It's not going through my headsets. It's going through my speakers.
Oh. Can you
Yeah,
change
you
that?
probably need to change that.
Probably
Yeah.
not without getting me kicked out or something like that, but good idea. I'll change it.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery? In here?
Map maker.
No, I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh. What kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
Becca says there's that hundreds of feet deep pirate treasure pit Oak Island, but it's basically a conspiracy theory that even has any treasure in it at all, or that what's going on there when they dig into that and then the ocean fills it in is an engineered trap and not just the action of the ocean, which is right there. I think a couple of people have basically said that, like, if the Army Corps of Engineers wanted to come in and find out what was down there, they could absolutely do that. It's just that nobody thinks whatever's down there is actually worth it, and everybody who thinks it is worth it doesn't have that kind of budget.
Not to me. I don't travel.
That's even better. With good maps, you can see the whole world without leaving your living room.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps all day.
Hey, me too.
Maps. That's interesting. Well, see ya.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and so once he puts that down...
Nice monocle.
Thanks. I can't see a thing without it.
Oh, now they're just guilt-tripping you.
Yep. Oh, I knew that was going to happen, so since we didn't need it for later,
blurry.
I felt bad about wanting to take
Where's
it now.
my monocle? I can't see a thing without me monocle. Yeah, me too. Where is that thing?
Bye.
You know, if it was
I
that
swear I
important,
put
why
it
doesn't he
right
have a
here.
spare?
I think we do give him a replacement of some sort at some point, but we end up needing that as a puzzle item for later.
Yeah, the music changed to a very weird horn sound now.
Yeah. So these are the men of low moral fiber who we met in the town square in the last game.
What is it?
Long time no see.
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
What are you guys doing up there?
We're performing.
That's right. Performing.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
They've made the pirate on the left's design a little bit more extreme? Or is that just me?
He's got a very big head.
He does have a very big head.
Yeah, his head's huge. It's way bigger
Like,
than
I thought
necessary.
the new version in Secret was pretty close to what the pixel art version looked like, and this one is, like, even more exaggerated.
Yeah, Deca mentions
They're also
maps are
little-
very, very important. I think they did find some there recently. Speaking of maps, yeah, you know when they were doing the maps for Puerto Rico, they screwed up the names. They reversed the name of the island and the name of the city. It was supposed to be the island of San Juan and the city of Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico means rich port. But the map maker reversed those two. So now we have the city of San Juan and the island of Puerto Rico. Yes. Goofy,
Yeah,
is
like-
it not?
The pixel art version of this guy in both games kind of looks like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, and this one...
Yeah, I could see it.
And
Yeah,
now,
he looks way...
This one,
There's no
this
white
one looks
shirt
like
on him at all.
This one looks like Keith
Sunburned
Richards in
Gandalf.
Pirates.
Keith Richards with a bigger head. Becky says, yeah, monocle is twice as good as a monocle. I like
Why
my
aren't you still
monocles.
doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
and search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
Big whoop! Did you find anything?
Not exactly.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
When did we get to the performing part?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you're a pack of loonies?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists. In our current work, we portray man's response to global environmental issues of a changing world.
How come you have to perform on that ledge?
To show the precarious nature of the situation. So to speak.
Right.
I think you're overlooking the potential symbolism to be gained by your closeness to the Earth.
But...
All right, you got us. We're really up here because...
Well, we're afraid to come down.
What?
What's the word for it, Frank?
Terraformophobia?
It's the opposite of acrophobia. Something like orcaphobia.
Fear of killer whales?
Say what you will, we're not coming down.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the Woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Okay, so this is critical because we don't have any money, and if we try to go over and get the polish, he's not going to sell us to with any money, but we can ask for it right now. We don't have to wait and come back.
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
Fair.
And also, I noticed a little rat walking around here. I wonder if he's important for any reason.
Is that your rat?
Yes, we call him Munster Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
Decca says, this is where the boat, the person after Guybrush and Sea of Thieves references to Monkey Island was bought. Oh, okay.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
It's weird. In the new graphics, this guy is kind of wearing a coat that's kind of like ours, kind of this blue captain's coat. But this is just like a black coat with a blue shirt.
You almost mistake it for a leather jacket.
Yeah, it does. It does. It looks like he's like wearing a pork pie hat and a leather jacket. Like, he looks like he's contemporarily dressed, honestly. Okay, this over here is the carpenter's shack. And his pinup calendar.
Oh boy, it's Buzzsaw Girl.
No one touches her but me.
Calendar, right?
Yeah?
Nice apron.
It's a totally different
Are you
look.
some sort of chef?
No. I'm a woodsmith, which gives one of us an excuse for dressing funny.
Yeah, this is like a totally different color. Like, these are all light and dark browns in this version.
Yeah.
Even the hat. It's weird
Totally
just because like
outfit.
the most distinctive part of his outfit here is the green hat.
Yeah, and the white, light colored top.
Yeah,
Where they've
and
gone
a
to like
white
a brown.
Yeah, and grays, and they just went all brown. I don't know whether they're trying to be more authentic or something.
I think that's definitely the case, guys. I would not associate a chef's apron with the remastered apron he's wearing now, whereas in the regular, it's white.
Yeah.
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
All right, well, let's ask him about Largo.
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No. Like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh.
Okay,
Voodoo dolls.
Leah, do we have to do the woodchuck thing?
I don't remember. I didn't play this one as thoroughly as I did Monkey
Leah,
Island
do you
1.
copy?
Yeah,
Okay.
she can. Yeah, and you're not here, Leo.
Oh, well, Let's do it. I want to see what he says.
Okay.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
A woodchuck should chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, as long as a woodchuck would chuck wood.
Oh, shut up.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Oh, that was much funnier than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, well, we knew.
I thought I saw.
But getting a chance to hear it is great.
Oh yes, I thought I saw a woodlouse on the shelf, animated at the end of that conversation. It was like a bug crawling around on the shelves. Yeah.
Also, and I know you mentioned this before, Nork, but you definitely sounded like Guybrush there when you were asking Leah about the woodchuck thing.
Oh yeah, well, I think he subconsciously is channeling him. Yeah, Reki said, yeah, gotta do it, man. Yep, no, I totally agree, Reki. Yeah, we gotta do it.
Now this is bordering on Pixel Hunt, because, like, I would argue that especially in the pixel art, it's really not clear what this is. And the new art doesn't make it more clear. Because the mouse over says that this is nails.
Pounds and pounds of nails.
I need all of them.
And if you try to... Let's just try to grab them.
Oh, no, you don't. I need all of them.
He doesn't want us to take nails. And this is kind of non-transparent because, like, we got the polish just by buying it, but it was all the money we had, and getting more money isn't necessarily the easiest thing in the world. And so it's not clear, like, well, how do I go from having this guy say he needs everything in here and have him give me something?
It says Woody.
That's me. Get your hands away from there.
Roundup.
It's not a toy.
So basically, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I think he's not going to let us have.
Nice craftsmanship.
I made it myself.
It's a lot of peg
Hey, don't
legs.
touch that.
They kind of fixed the exit in the remastered art too, because if you look at the exit, it looks like a portal to another world, whereas we get the railings and the sidewalk outside.
Yeah, this looks like you're walking off the edge straight into the ocean. At least the color contrast makes it clear where the entrance is. But yeah, this looks like it's more better integrated into what the town's like. Okay, let's look at the polish.
If only I could use this stuff on my lines.
Does he mean his character design lines or something else?
I think he means wrinkles. I think he means using it as wrinkle cream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what is that?
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your
That's
trouble.
Leah. Is an airplane
plane
going
flying
over, Leah?
Oh, shoots, yeah.
Let's just say that sounded weird on stream, boy.
Yep. Okay, so basically, he gave us one piece of 8 to buy wood polish, and then we used the wood polish, but we kept the remainder, and then he gave us another piece of 8. So basically, this gets us one piece of 8, is what it gets us.
Oh, Deca seems to think he wants to...
a Cessna Caravan or possibly a hang glider.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely sounded interesting from here. Deca says he's not sure. He thinks he wants to polish his speech, is what he's talking about, his lines.
I might be inclined to believe that, except I don't think that made sense in the original when there was no speech.
I don't know. Well, Reki says I think he meant dialogue,
Not
so I don't know.
responsible for
That's
lost
an interesting
buttons or
question. Maybe
hooks.
we could do some research on that.
No, we don't clean leather.
Aww. I got a nice leather jacket.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, levels of puzzle here. I know there's an item we need here.
Nice.
It's just a box. But I think there's one more place to go, and this is also kind of pixel hunty because, like, you look here, it's like, okay, obvious door, more or less obvious door. But then there's, window over here.
Okay, it's a window.
Not just any window.
Oop.
Oh, wait, now you wait just a gosh darn second. Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
I never would have figured that out.
Nope.
No, that is the kind of thing where, like, you just get to a point where you can't advance and you don't know what you're supposed to be doing and you're just clicking on everything and, you know, you find, anything that mouses over. And that's why I kind of think it's nice that games have the feature like Divinity does, where you can push a button and just anything that's interactable highlights itself so that you can see.
But visually, there is nothing that indicates that you can go and do that. Like, the railing is the same, the windows are the same. If part like the railing above that window was smashed or broken, or maybe like a rope going down, that would at least be something. But I would never have been able to figure out that is an entry point.
I do love that animation that he does, though. I mean, that was so much done with so little. Because he falls the first time he goes in, and then he kind of almost loses his balance when he climbs back up, and then like looks right and looks left as if somebody might be watching him, and they might be embarrassed. But yeah, there's nothing distinguishes this window you can go in from the other two that you can't, and that don't present themselves as a clickable target.
What about the remastered version?
Now, from the inside, it's clear that this one window is open and the other two are not. And that distinction is true here, but only in the remaster, whereas in the original, it's not.
Yeah.
That's
even
still
so,
not enough.
I'd say that's kind of subtle.
Given the fact that everything is in such disarray and broken, the idea that the one window that's not gated would still fly over my head, because that just matches with every aesthetic we've seen so far.
Yep. And I also got to admit, these, like the rubber gloves in this scene here, like these are also kind of barely parsable. Like it's not clear what that is. It almost looks like he's got like bright yellow.
He's got no fingers at all.
Yeah, it's got no fingers or hands. It looks like his arms are rolling pins, bright yellow rolling pins, with one of which has a knife attached. It's kind of disconcerting.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be those yellow, kitchen glove type things,
And they made the knife.
At food
they made the knife in the remaster comically large to make sure you wouldn't miss it. But anyway, let's see if we can talk to the cook here.
Excuse me.
Don't bug me. I'm cooking.
Reese's not mad about you being in there in the first place.
It's a cold potato and leek soup. The fire's out.
Okay, so he's making a cold soup on the stove. And he's the guy who took the advertised job as the cook for the bar. The job that we might have wanted to have, because it would have gotten us some money. So maybe we want to do something to lose him his job.
Sabotage a meal?
Yeah. And that's where the rat comes in. And
If it moves,
the rat wanders
it's a
back and
puzzle.
forth, and the rat really likes cheese. And let's see, can I...
That doesn't seem to work.
Try. Yeah, okay, so if you try to open this box, then you can kind of see that this would function as a trap if you could put some bait inside it and then prop the door open, right? But the minute I move from here, the box just shut.
Closes.
So
Yeah,
I need
can you
something
put-
to prop it up.
Well, there's the bucket on the left. Can you get the bucket? Is that grabbable?
No, unfortunately, this is one of those things where only one item solves this.
Ah, okay. Decca says, yeah, wood polish into the stew? I don't know. Do we have any wood polish?
Also would be a good idea, but I don't believe that works. I don't believe this puzzle has multiple solutions.
Can you still take the bucket?
The solution
That's not.
is this stick.
As long as we don't kick it.
Oh,
Nice stick.
that's easy enough.
Nice stick.
And you know what? I like how the new music in the remastered still matches the music in the original. I think that's a good consistency there.
It's definitely closer, yeah, but the newer ones get the ambiance. It's got the noises and outside echoiness.
Ooh. Can we tell him the story of LeChuck again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we could try, but we don't need to. This is a location we'll need later. This is Steamin' Weenies. I don't think there's anything we can do there now. And we can sit down on the log and talk to these guys again, but we don't need to. Oh, Octavia's in the chat. A stick? Yeah, a stick. No carrot in this game, just all stick, all the time. So the stick is used to prop open the door of the box. Stick.
So are you using the classic rendition to solve the
That
puzzles?
doesn't seem to work.
Oh, okay. You know what? Okay, I need the other piece as well. I need the string.
Bait. Don't you need the bait as well, or do we have the cheese?
No, we don't have the cheese yet. We might as well go to the next location, because I'm pretty sure I remember where we get that, although that's also a whole other puzzle.
It's a little, which one is it, crocodile or alligator?
Alligator.
Alligator!
According to the mouse over.
Heavy breather.
Yeah, he's got a high respiratory rate for a lizard there.
Excuse me, I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one, and it's full.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I want to use
Then
it.
why do
I
you
wanna use
have
the bell.
9 key hooks?
Be with you in a second.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it?
Only one guest.
Yes, but that dang Largo eats like 30.
Okay, so alligator.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And what is in the alligator's bowl here? Can we see? Oh. That's very weird.
It's not in the classic, but it...
Yeah, the bowl, I mean, to the extent that you can even see that that's a bowl, it looks like it's empty here.
Well, there's an animation in there, but it's definitely more accentuated in the updated version, because you see the little crocodile there?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
it's
anyway.
like, it's cheesy poofs.
Yeah, it's cheesy poofs. Of course I want cheesy poofs. Okay, and as he said, they've only got one room, and Largo's in it. So, hey, why don't we go talk to Largo?
Hold it right there. That's a private room. No going up there.
Aren't all hotel rooms private if they're occupied?
Excuse me, I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one, and it's full.
Okay, so we can't go in there, and I think we can't do anything with the alligator. Like, if I try, let's see if I try to pick up the alligator.
I could lose a finger doing that.
What about the rope it's attached to?
Yeah, the alligator's tied up, and I basically think that we'll solve a number of things if I can let this alligator free. Because one, if that's his pet, he might leave. And second, so that would get us into that room, but also let us see what's in this bowl.
I vote rope plus knife. Oh,
Hey,
yay!
how don't Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Oh, wonder how he got that name.
I wonder.
Now, I want to
Yeah,
see.
see, now there's no
look at-
cheesy poofs.
Look at
Cheese
bowl.
squigglies. One of my favorites.
Yeah, so
Jeez,
if this
yeah,
is if this is the original art, then there's no visual indication. You have to click on this bowl to look at it to have him say there are cheese squigglies. But the new art clearly does
added
have
in-
them.
I love cheese
That is
squigglies.
much better.
Yeah, I love how they don't say cheese
squigglies.
curls.
I love cheese squigglies.
Yes,
I love cheese squigglies.
We gotta put that on the soundboard.
Maybe it'll happen.
Oh yeah, and by the way, this is again a new feature in this one. Like Divinity does, when I pull a bumper,
it highlights things.
It highlights the interactable items. So in
What
addition
are you
to
pressing
the
for that?
cheese at left bumper,
That's kind of a cheat, though, right? I mean, it basically saves you the pixel hunting, but at the same time, it highlights all the things that normally you would have to pixel hunt.
And by the way,
is absolutely fair.
The interface for how you use things, I think, is also different in this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh wow.
Like for instance, right trigger does nothing. Left one brings up this. So it's still easier to like, oh no, just give me this. Give me this. Pick up the cheese squigglies. Okay, so now we have cheese. We have cheese for the rat who loves cheese.
Yay.
What we didn't
Octavia's
get
in
was
the chat.
we didn't get the rope.
No, because I think your lizard took it.
I love
Octavia
cheese
says, yeah,
squigglies.
reminds me of my college days when one of my roommates had an iguana. Now, did he name the iguana Pugsley? Because that is the default name for iguanas.
So Largo's room is a mess.
Well, of course.
It looks like it's on a Batman set because it's at an angle.
It's empty.
Oh, now
yeah,
I do
this
see
is
animated
terrible.
bugs by the food in the bottles.
Into my room.
I thought it was my room.
Well, it ain't. So get the out of here.
Wow,
Language.
So that got us into the room and we could see what was there, but we can't stay because he's there. So the next phase for those puzzles will be how do we get rid of him? How do we do something to him that gets him out of the room so that we can ransack the room because there are going to be things in there we're going to need.
Octavia says, no, I forget his name, but he was very cold and very pissed off at living in a Montreal loft with crappy heat. Yeah, I could imagine that. He was definitely out of his element. Should have gotten a heat lamp.
Frog there. It's not there at all.
I'm guessing the highlights only work in the remastered version.
That's what I would assume.
Oh yeah,
So we see
and
the sign lights up.
and see here the window lights up.
Oh God.
And I don't think. Yeah, no, the bumper does nothing in the old art, so they did not backport that functionality to the old art, but it does work here in the new stuff. So you see the entrances and this. I gotta think. I don't remember where the string is.
Well, we haven't gone everywhere, it seems.
No, we haven't yet. Well, the swamp is where the voodoo lady is. The cemetery we will go for some puzzle items. The peninsula here has got the only ship on the island. Yes, it's this houseboat.
Well, at least that narrows down what we can do here.
It says, and I quote, Captain Dread's ship charters. 20 pieces of 8. Inquire within.
So there's the target for why do we need money? Well, we need money to hire the boat to leave.
Is he really going to?
Yes.
Oh,
walk the
that
entire
sucks. That's padding. Oh. Pirate Dread. He's got dreadlocks. I get it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And of course, the rest of the stuff is, designs from Jaws, like this is Quint's boat.
Yeah, they're totally channeling that. Oh, speaking of Jaws, do you remember that scene with the two little kids and the cardboard fin? Do you remember that, JL?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I know this. I know it's coming.
Oh, you do?
Give it to me, Black Star.
Well, the funny thing is that one of those kids ended up becoming the police chief for the actual town of which Jaws was shot on Martha's Vineyard. So, believe it or not, that kid is now the police chief of the town that he used a shark fin in. Kid you not. You can't make this stuff up.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is
how's
so
that for
cool.
funny? But no, I do love all the jaws everywhere. That is really cool.
Are you Captain Dread?
Yeah, man, I'm Captain Dread. What can I do for you?
Navy Dreads.
Thanks, man.
I need to charter a ship.
I can't charter you my ship because a while ago I lost my lucky sailing necklace. I called it my eye that has seen the world. I can't sail without it? No way, man. Besides, that mean and nasty guy Largo, he has an embargo on the island. No ships can sail in or out without his approval. There's no way he would let me leave.
Tell me more
really
about
stomp
that
you?
necklace thingy you lost.
It happened some time ago. My navigator and I set sail for this legendary island. When we arrived, we were taken prisoner by cannibals. I escaped, man. But my navigator was not so lucky. All I found of him was one of his eyeballs. And I've kept it as a good luck charm.
Gee, I think I've met your friend.
Unlikely.
I gotta run. Lots of treasure hunting to do.
Okay. Bye, man. Come again.
Okay. Now let's see. Okay, I can't do this. I can't do this early.
Oh, you're doing a thing wrong?
Well, there's two phases for that. Basically, he says that he can't rent out the ship because there's an embargo, but also because he lost his lucky sailing necklace.
Everything looks all blurry.
The monocle is a replacement for that. But until we solve the embargo, he won't accept it. So technically, we could have let Wally have his monocle longer. We're supposed to do the big puzzle first, and then this little one at the end. That's fine.
So he needs the monocle, he needs the embargo lifted, and he needs money.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, and Deccan's in chat says, the monocle. Yep, that's where the monocle comes into play.
I guess I could see where the eye that has seen everything would associate with the monocle, but not with an eyeball. I would actually be looking for an actual eyeball attached to a string to give him.
Yeah, it's another. I mean, there are some puzzles that are kind of word puzzles. That's not the worst one. There's a worse one that's much later in the game.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of play on words, a lot of punny, a lot of wordplay.
Who has the string? I know that there's string, and I know we need the string, but where is it?
Are there any kitties to give the string to?
No, just the rat. Does Wally have string? I didn't think so, because I knew the paper was in Wally's.
I hope I didn't lose it.
Map.
I'll never be able to afford a
Bed.
new one.
Sorry, Wally. Well, you know what?
Where's
Actually,
How am I supposed to work?
if we feel bad enough,
Can we?
Oh, there it is. Thanks.
we can. He just goes through the same animation again, so we can come
And
back
we can go and
get
take it back.
anytime we want. Yeah. So.
He may know maps, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, apparently not. Well, he's not the, non-blindest.
I don't see the string there. I may want to look this up.
I think I think we should explore all the other areas.
Let's see it down here.
Like, what about in the swamp? Would a vine work?
Actually, you know what? It may be in the voodoo ladies thing. I'm just not sure if I have access to it or yet, but we'll try. We haven't gone there yet, so we tried.
We are going to the company picnic, dang it. Ooh, it's a coffin boat.
Yep.
Didn't they also use that in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, the opening to the second one.
There we go. Now we know where they got it.
It's a little more obvious a coffin in the original artwork.
There's more contrast. I'm not sure why, but they chose to let this kind of blend in with the water in the new version.
I guess the environment is a bigger sell than what we're seeing there, but yeah. Ooh. It's huge. Ah,
yes.
Now that looks like a coffin. Okay, not a vine, but...
It appears to be yo-yo string.
Oh!
I'll just take a little.
Jojo? Yo-yo.
Yep.
Bat wax.
What about the skull?
Display model.
Display model.
Cat dewormer. Eau de Mojo. The mystical aroma of voodoo captured in a delightful potpourri. Tender Touch Pirate Powder. Prevents stump chafing and eye patch rash. Golden Tongue. The 5-day treatment plan that helps you talk to women.
Can I have that, please?
Spider lungs. Looks like bound editions of Voodoo Quarterly. Looks like bound editions of Voodoo Quarterly.
It'd be funny if you could actually read those. Has anybody actually written out a Voodoo Quarterly? What if the fans have, you know?
Guybrush Threepwood, it's been a long time since you last came to see me.
What are you doing here?
Do I know you from somewhere?
Ah, we often forget those who help us most.
We do?
It was I who told you how to do away with LeChuck. I told you where to find the voodoo antiroot and how to turn it into the powerful, ghost-dissolving potion you needed.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
One thing. Would this fit Spike Lee's description of the magical...
Magical Negro?
I'm not gonna say-
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, it does fit that trope, and I'm using that only because that is the name of the trope. But yeah, broadly, it kind of does.
Because let's face it, Guybrush is a wimp compared to this all-knowing, wise voodoo lady.
How's business?
Very good. Many hexes this week. Saved many people from the evil eye. Made many pieces of 8. Although Largo took most of them.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe.
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thanks.
Do you have any of those ingredients with you?
We have one.
I have some of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
I'll bring you more later.
Good. Now go.
Clothing, hair, and remnants
Great
of his
recipes
dead
from
relatives.
the International House of Mojo, page 139. Aunt Helen's special voodoo doll mix. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Okay, so some of these things are either going to be in his room on the ship or only be accessible to us after we get access to that room. One of them is available outside that, so I can go to that location now, and I think we've got everything we need to get that directly. We'll see.
Cemetery? Wait a minute, we got a shovel.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, all right. This is like Ed Wood's sci-fi night. Sci-fi. Oh well, my nine's a sci-fi. Yeah, I stand by my
No
statement.
trespassing. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stand. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stand. Stan's Casual Crosses, for graves that don't need to dress up.
It's like Stan is also in this game, but he's changed lines of work.
Cemeteries, the go-to in-joke placement for all these point and clicks.
Well, you know, it's a place that everyone's dying to get in there.
Cabin boy. The grave of the unknown drunk guy we found face down in his own vomit on the beach.
Yeah, but
These
historically he
spots
died by
reserved for our
choking on somebody
privileged
else's
future
vomit.
customers.
I like the graveyard in Fallout 2 where when you read one of the graves and you actually dig it up,
Stan's
it's
Cozy
a
Crypts,
ghoul.
a place to spend eternity, not a fortune.
Right, Joe?
Oh, I was just going to say that in Fallout 2 there's a graveyard, and when you see a gravestone that paints this guy in a horrible light and you dig it up, it's a still living ghoul who walks out.
The Quagmires, no trespassing.
Okay. If I remember, I think what we want is up here.
Nice view.
Here lies Daredevil Jim McDowell. Hand of steel, leg of wood. Jim took every risk he could. A life of action, that was Jim's. Too bad he ran out of limbs. No man commanded Jean-Louise, not on land and not on water. John did whatever he did please, until he kissed the gunner's daughter. There once was a girl named Carrie, who thought that she soon should marry. She went into town and flirted around. She didn't get wed, she got buried.
Oh, grim.
That is pretty grim.
Yeah,
What the heck did she
Marco
do?
Largo
put a
Legrand.
downer on my face.
Hell on sea or sand. The good news is, he's dead. The bad news is, he bred.
Okay, so this is Largo's relative.
And
Nice.
that highlighted spot sounds like where we need to dig. Looks like we need to dig.
Nice. This is creepy feeling.
You missed a spot.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
Did his pants just drop?
Yes, you know what? In the older graphics on an older machine, it was more obvious. Like, it was very cinematic. The digging takes a while, and then he holds the bone over his head, kind of like one of the apes in 2001, and then his pants slowly fall down after he has held the bone up and is grinning about having found it. It happens too quickly in the new version, I think, to really register. It's like, wait, did I see that?
Did
yeah,
I
it's like
want to
all
see
of a
that?
sudden it's like, oh.
Can
At least
I
it was
unsee
just
that?
his pants.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness. Well, thank goodness the detail was low.
So
There's
we have
other
pieces
stuff to do
of
in the cemetery later, but that's all we need for this one of these early puzzles.
So it's 2 down, 2 to go.
Yeah, and these of course were the easiest, quickest 2 to get. Jail, I think you were pointing out the bucket earlier.
I think that was Black Star, actually. But
okay.
Yeah, we didn't check to see if it was highlightable, but I saw that the rat running back and forth and whatnot. I had a feeling that might be in play. So if it's something you could either use to trap or pick it up.
Yep. And this is one of these weird persistence puzzles where if you try to take the bucket, the pirates try to stop you.
Well, ask him if it's theirs.
And then you ask him, "Oh, was that yours?"
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Now you have the bucket.
Now, I won't spoil anything, but in the dig, there is a scenario where you have to lure a creature into a trap that resembles what this scenario looks like.
Really?
I am not kidding.
I think I'm too clumsy to hold the stick and tie a knot at the same time.
Okay, all right. So this is a sequence thing. First, I open the box. Then I use the stick with the box. So now it's propped up. Then I use the string with the stick. Then I use the cheese squigglies with the box. And now I go over here.
Boom.
And
got him.
Now I pick up.
It won't fit in my pocket.
Okay, so I can't pick up the box, but I can open the box, and if you look inside, it now says there is a trapped cowering rat, which you can just pick up.
That rat looks so weird.
Looks like a burger with a tail. Now that looks like an actual mouse. The other one looked creepily unproportioned.
Something the Pokemon team would reject.
Yeah, kinda.
Now I remember, I think that's all we need to solve the puzzle of what we need in here, which is, hey, we want more money.
Do we want to solve it first,
or
do we want to take our break before we solve it?
We can take a break first.
And I was just looking at the time, and I was thinking, okay, we haven't had one yet, so I wasn't sure if people needed it.
No, it's right on time.
Cool. Okay. All right, so for those of you just tuning in, you're watching the Rampancy.net playthrough of Monkey Island 2, the Enhanced Edition. We're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be right back after this.
There we go. All right, we're back.
We're front. We're left. We're right. We're playing Monkey Island 2 after the Armageddon. And yeah, I think we've finally sorted out some audio things, so hopefully things will be fine on everyone's end. But yeah, all right, so you're ready to finish the puzzle.
I'm ready to finish quite a few puzzles, I think, actually, here. So if we put the rat in the soup.
Good thing this is a cold soup.
Puzzy-tacular.
Oh.
Yeah, poor rat.
There's a rat swimming in it.
It's now a vichyssoise a that rat. And now if we go outside...
I'm surprised he didn't say ratatouille.
To the front of house. And let's try to...
Isn't that like a pasta or something?
Let's try to order some soup. As I said, cold potato and leek soup.
No, ratatouille actually has a lot of vegetables.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Hey, how's the stew tonight?
Stew? How gosh? We only serve gourmet chilled soups here. In fact, our new cook has been working all day on a very special vichyssoise. Let me go see how he's doing.
Yeah, you do that.
Is it just me or does it sound echoey?
How's the vichyssoise, Bernard?
Excellent, sir.
Yeah.
Won't you have a taste?
I think I will. Oh my God! What kind of demented recipe book are you using? You're fired!
But, sir...
Out! Get out of my sight! the most disgusting, filthy mess I've ever seen in my life. Look at all the hair. And what's this stuff? How am I ever gonna get rid of this junk? Well, here's your soup.
I'm really not that hungry anymore.
Dang. Hey, can you cook?
A little.
How'd you like a career in the fast-paced world of pub food cuisine?
Are you saying there's an opening in the kitchen?
Yeah. You interested?
I don't know. How much does it pay?
420 pieces of 8 a week. First week paid in advance.
No thanks, I like being my own boss. Can I have some time to think about it?
Yeah. Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Great. Job is yours. Here's a week's worth of wages. Now go strap on that apron and get to work.
Okie dokie.
This is how we know this is a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
You paid in advance?
Yeah, we got paid a week's wages in advance, which is all we wanted for the
We got
money.
paid.
And of course, we knew how to get out of here the minute we came in. So there we go.
You wouldn't let us leave on the job?
Octavia's going, LOL. He said strap on. Phrasing.
Strap on an apron.
Now, Narc, is your mic a little lower than usual? Or are you just away from it?
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? I'm running the sound for the game. Here, let me switch over to the forum. Okay, so I have this sound from the game going through the capture card, but also into my mixer, so that if I want, I can hear it and control its volume separately. When I have the mixer set to input mix, that doubles the audio for you guys when I turn this dial up. Which we don't want. But that's what allows me to use the mixer's built-in compressor on the mic. So, in order to not include that input in the output from the microphone, I have to go to dry mix, which cuts out the compressor, which means that this mic will be lower unless I turn it up a little bit here. So that's why when we were transitioning in and out of scenes, Leah was like, "Hey, I'm hearing double now." It's because of that.
Yep. Yeah, Deca says you're fine on the stream, so yeah, so that's not it. It's just our local in between. Yeah, he's just he's not getting the same processing as you guys.
Okay. Now
Just,
I think
for my end, your voice is just very buried compared to the game audio.
yeah, because I turned the sidechain off.
Yep.
So. Come down.
You're not going to get robbed again, are you? Because now you have money again.
No, Largo only robs you once, but we do now
thank
need
goodness.
Anything else we need. We can go bring the bone to the voodoo lady, but we don't need to. There's no advantage to it. And everything else we need from Largo is in his room. Whoop, sorry.
Hello.
No. Yep, sorry, Wally. Did not mean to disturb you. And this puzzle involves not only pixel hunting, but also timing. Because if you notice what happens when we come in here,
Recky's like,
you
nachos.
can always come
I
into
am
the
getting
room,
hungry.
and we can look at some stuff.
There's strange little white bugs all over it.
And we can grab that.
Ew.
But if we stay here too long, Largo will come in again, and he'll tell us to leave. Let's see how long it takes.
I think we found one of Leah's
Oh, is
phobias.
he not gonna? Maybe he won't. Actually, well, if he doesn't, that makes it really easy, because I can just solve both of these puzzles. So, something of the hair is his toupee.
There's strange little white bugs all over it.
Yeah, lice. Well, we also need a piece of his clothing. And there doesn't seem to be any. Bunch of leftovers.
Can you highlight everything real quick?
Messy.
See, now I want to
I
cheat.
don't see anything special about it. Then again, I never really have understood art.
Is there anything
can't
behind
reach
the standing blind on the left?
I can't reach it. It's empty.
Oh, wow. Octavia
already
said,
open.
speaking of bugs, Her cat Ansel apparently found a stag beetle in the kitchen earlier. Wow. I didn't know we had a stag beetle.
Hey!
Here
I
he
was
is.
just
Popular in Japan.
Okay. So you can stay in that room for a little while at a time, but then if you stay in there too long, Largo comes back and kicks you out.
Well,
What
is it
are
a
you
timing
doing
thing?
in here again?
Or is it
Well,
like...
if it's a timing thing, we should be able to reset it.
Right, and I'm just wondering, is it a timing thing, or is it you can only poke certain amount of things?
I believe it's timing. I think he will come in eventually, even if you do nothing.
Even if you don't touch anything. Okay, all right, so we just got to figure out the timing then.
But I do know the solution to that, and the solution to that is involved with this other guy that we did not yet talk to. So why don't we talk to him?
What do you know about Largo Legrand?
I don't know anything about cargo or contraband. I'm clean, clean, clean.
Who are you?
Oh, dear.
Sure, Sonny, I can get out stew. That's easy. I can also extract grog, spit, and swamp mud. That's because I'm Mad Marty. I'm mad about getting your clothes as clean as they can be.
I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
Would you be able to get out ketchup?
Get out? Catch up? What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
Do you do alterations here?
Alterations? You mean change the numbers on your food stamps? You got some nerve.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we could pick up clothes from him.
I'd like to pick up some clothes.
You have your claim ticket, Sonny.
Tickets.
You ticket.
Mom threw it out when she cleaned my room.
No ticky, no shirty.
What? You beat your mom with a broom? You should treat her better than that.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know.
And I thought I wanted to talk to you, but I don't.
He also said, interestingly enough, that he could get out swamp mud. So, if we want some of Largo's clothes, and if he's where you'd go to get out swamp mud, if they had them on it, then maybe we should try to get some swamp mud.
Maybe. It couldn't hurt. Except getting muddy.
And we'd hope that the swamp would be where we would get some swamp mud.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine.
Now that I would not have figured out either.
Really?
This one took a while. Like, I couldn't honestly even tell you. A lot of these come down to just interacting every item with every other item or clickable zone. Even when you couldn't tell what the clickable zones were except by mousing over them and looking for the description.
Right. The pixel hunt begins.
If it clicks, we can kill it.
Okay. And you know what? We have not bothered to save this entire time.
Oh, I was going to ask. Yeah, seriously. I mean, I get so used to the automatic save last checkpoint thing in modern gaming, so...
Yeah, and there's no real reason to do it, except that some of these things that, since you'll have to go out and wait for things to reset, it's probably easier just to save before an attempt.
I know, but man, if you had a power issue or
so he's
something,
gone.
wow, that would have been
We're gonna use
really bad.
the bucket of mud with...
Even Octavia's going, oh my god.
It doesn't seem to stay closed.
Okay, now
think I
do
hear
you go
Largo
out the
coming.
porthole or do you have to hide?
Okay, and then he automatically
Okay, so you
goes
go...
Hey, what the hell? What's going on? Whoever did this is gonna pay. I
think we already did.
Get this thing off my head! When I get this thing off my head, somebody's gonna be real sorry.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. He looked pretty steamed.
So where do we think he's going?
I wonder. Oh, where would you go to get a bucket of mud off your head?
Well, where would he go to get the mud off once he had the bucket off his head?
You'd want to go someplace with water.
You're making me mad, Marty.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Look, I want it free, and I want it tonight.
Party tonight? Sure, I'll come.
I'm talking about getting my laundry.
Don't worry about me. I've been dry for 3 years.
I said I need it back tonight.
What? Yeah, we'll stay out all night.
This is useless. You tell them I'll be back to pick it up. Or else.
Ricky's like, steamed mud? Yeah, it's great for the pores.
Okay, now I don't think we need to wait for this, but now what happens is if we go back to his room again, should be a new item now.
Wow, this is almost a Destiny game. Back and forth, back and forth.
It's already open. It's a bit on the tattered side.
Clearly not open.
Now, Narc, are you using mouse or using controller on both of these?
I'm using mostly mouse for this time.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure because, with the controller interface last time, you had issues. And it just seemed way faster than controller.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have a laundry.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Now, here comes a joke that is not aged well.
Oh?
Yeah.
I'll see what we have ready for Mr. Legrand. I know it's here somewhere. I saw it a while ago.
The Kruger shirt.
Now, where was it?
Dead parrot.
Ah, here it comes.
Hurrah. Oh.
Nice April fresh scent.
So,
I he likes to dress in women's clothing?
Yes, that's the idea. He's a bully. They're trying to undercut his position as a bully by saying he wears women's clothes. So, like I said, joke is not aged well.
It's that's...
Everybody needs a hobby. So why just the top? I don't understand. Why didn't you just go with the whole, getting caboodle?
Yeah, it was every piece of clothing we saw him wearing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, presumably his shirt and pants were covered with mud, but when we see him in front of the laundry, he's not covered with mud, and he's turned over
he's nothing.
The clothes that were covered in mud to be washed, but those aren't the clothes that we recover, or at least not all of them. I guess the implication is...
Yeah, Octavia says, what, no panties? Yeah, apparently not. No garter, no heels, nothing. So it's hardly an outfit. And to be honest, one could say, it could be married, it could be his girlfriend, it could be a lot of things.
Well, it's not just...
if it was the one that was...
Go ahead, Leah.
It was obviously something he was wearing at the time.
Well, yeah, it's just that of all the things to get cleaned, why only one? And why only that one?
Because they wanted to make that joke. The joke they wanted to make was, see the supposedly macho bully is a poof because he wears women's clothes. That's why I'm saying it's not a joke that is aged well.
No, it hasn't. But I mean, it would have been funnier if there was all of his clothes and that.
Have you brought me any more ingredients?
Just like the implication that homophobes are secretly closeted gays. doesn't age well as a reference because it doesn't really communicate what people making that joke think they're communicating.
Right.
Anyway, we now have 3 more of the ingredients, which is all of them.
I have his toupee.
Not quite a part of his head, but maybe I can get some scalp fragments from it. Have you brought me any
You get a
other
couple other things from that
ingredients?
thing.
Scalp fragments. We could have just brought his pillow.
Yeah. Or a hairbrush.
I have the bone of his grandfather.
Perfect. Do you have the final ingredient?
And so just like the recipe to make the item on the ship was not all the right ingredients. Obviously not all these are the right ingredients. But this was clothes he was wearing, supposedly, so.
I have this pearly white bra.
Yes, that will work. At last! Now I can make a voodoo doll to be reckoned with. Let me get my juju bag. And now for the ingredients. A dandruff flake from Largo's head. A single piece of Largo's thread. A drop of fluid from his body. A single chip off the bone of the dead. And finally, some miscellaneous voodoo herbs and seasonings, including monosodium glutamate.
What, no yellow dye number 5?
Good. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we assassinate? Largo, yeah.
I just love those animations in the pixel art, so.
Thanks,
yeah, I had a feeling that's why you did the old one.
Some of the ingredients were not the optimum specimens. It should still work, but it will have a limited range. You will have to get close to Largo. Very close.
That's easy.
No, just go to his room. He'll come to us.
Yep.
So now we've been given pins and...
Yeah, do we have a certain amount of pins, or it's just all the pins are enough? You can do it any time.
Yeah. I don't think it's...
Was that why you were trying to get the nails?
No, the nails are for something else later. I just don't remember... I don't remember what it is you say or do with the carpenter so that he's okay with either selling you nails or letting you have nails. But we do need them eventually. Guy never came back or found his alligator, as far as we know.
The alligator is okay, at least.
Hey,
I just
what are you doing in here? Get out of my room and stay out.
You gotta be quick.
Do I have a chance to use
Why
this?
can't you leave me alone?
Here we go.
Ooh! Take that, you stumpy little dim-witted toad!
What? Who do you think you are?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. People don't always recognize me. That's why I carry this!
I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. How are you doing that?
Largo the Grand, you are a no-good, vicious two-bit thug. I command you to give me back my money and leave this island.
Ha! I already spent all your money.
Oh, well, I command you to leave this island.
Just you try and make... Ow! Ow! What? Ooh! Ow!
That'll teach you to mess with the slayer of the ghost pirate LeChuck.
What's that? You killed LeChuck?
As a matter of fact, I did. Quite an interesting story, actually.
The fortune teller said she did in LeChuck.
She did she? Does she have one of these?
Is that?
Yes, LeChuck's beard. Still alive and wriggling.
Let me see that. Whoa, it is alive. We've been looking for a living piece of LeChuck for years. Now we can bring him back to life. Look out, world! The most fearsome pirate of all time will soon sail the seas again!
Whoops.
Dun dun dun!
I'm afraid it's true, Guybrush. If they have any animated tissue, they can reanimate his whole body.
But I blew his body into a zillion gooey pieces.
Not his body, Guybrush. You destroyed his spirit form. His body was safely buried far away.
But by now it must be...
Rotten? Partially decomposed? Yes. And I don't think that's going to make him any more pleasant to deal with.
He's gonna be looking for me.
Yes.
He's gonna try to kill me.
Undoubtedly.
Right. So we have to remember that it was Ghost Pirate LeChuck, not Zombie Pirate LeChuck.
What can I do?
You're already doing all that you can.
What's that?
Hunting for Big Whoop.
Oh, yeah, I was doing that, wasn't I?
Big Whoop isn't just a treasure. It contains the secret to another world. Find that world, and you'll be able to escape LeChuck forever.
But I know so little about Big Whoop.
Take this book.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. And where'd you get this?
I checked it out at the Fat City Library. I foresaw your need.
Gee, thanks.
I used your name when I checked it out, so be sure and return it when you're through reading. The overdue fines in Fat City are pretty steep.
Gee, thanks.
That's a pretty big clue of once we can get off the island where we should go.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, Octavia said, yeah, it brings a whole new dimension to whatever tickles your prickle. Yeah, I think you kind of enjoyed that beard a little too much. Oh, Reki says, yeah, the guy behind the desk over at the hotel, he says, yeah, some say he's still searching to this day for that little alligator. Does he ever come back?
I don't know. I think there are some things in town that reset after we get rid of Largo.
Okay, you think that he might be one?
Yeah, I'm wondering he might be one of them. I do believe that you can talk to, so all the characters that we talked to first where they said, oh wow, I can't do the thing that this town really needs, which is a voodoo doll of Largo the Grand. You can follow up on all of them to tell them that you've done that.
Yep.
Similar to the way he's always bragging about having gotten rid of LeChuck.
Now, do we have an established, understanding of the range of that thing?
Of the voodoo doll?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you do it outside of a room that he's in that you know he's in, or do you have to be in with him?
Well, Largo is just gone from this island now. He'll be back in the game, but he doesn't return to the island. So we did that, and that's already solved.
Right.
Yeah?
Largo the Grand will never bother you again.
Yeah. I heard Marty stuck a bunch of pins in his underwear or something. Drove him right out of town.
No, it was me.
You? What were you doing with Largo's underwear?
Well, no, never mind. I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Okay, so he doesn't give us any credit for that either. Can I take the nails now?
What do you think you're doing? I need all of them.
No, okay, so that doesn't. Largo didn't advance that at all.
You know, that's not unheard of. In fact, I remember way back in the day, nails were actually so expensive that when people actually would leave their houses, they would disassemble them and take the nails to bring to a new one.
Wow.
Hi,
yeah.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brush.
Hey, I did it! Largo the Grand left Scab.
That's great. I guess I can stop with the bricks through his window now.
Okay, we don't need your monocle just yet, but we might as well.
Gang, I've lost my monocle again.
Yep, sorry, Wally.
Yeah, these things happen.
No, he didn't come back.
He was never seen or heard from again.
I don't see anything special about it. Then again, I never really have understood art. They look pretty old. They look pretty
I
old.
don't think there's anything else we need in this room. I think we're done with that. Okay.
How come we still haven't taken the cheesy poofs?
Well, you take some of
We
them.
did.
Yeah,
you
but
don't
not
need
all.
any more. Like after you take
could-
the
and,
handful
you know-
to lure the rat, there's still some left in the bowl, but it doesn't.
And there is a similar instance in the dig where you find a bowl of something and you can actually use the contents of it incorrectly. And if you do, you can always go back and pick more out of it. And the graphic for the bowl never shows that
So you,
it's less
yeah,
of the
so you never
contents.
lose the substance, yeah. Reki says, yeah, how much wood would a woodchuck LeChuck? I don't know. Woodchucks can chuck wood, let alone for or with LeChuck. Therefore, the wood is chuckless.
It's me again.
So I see. What can I do for you this time, man?
Why can't I charter your ship?
Like I said before, man, I lost my lucky eye that has seen the world sailing necklace.
I gotta run. Lots of treasure hunting to do.
Okay. Bye, man. Come again.
Wait,
no.
Don't you have
I
it?
hate
Don't
that.
you have the monocle?
Yes, but if you don't start this by giving the monocle to him.
Would you like my monocle?
Thanks, man. This'll do just fine for me lucky sailing necklace. What can I do for you?
I need to charter a ship.
You're in luck, my friend. Rumor has it that Largo's been run off the island. So I'm now free to sail again. Only problem is that you don't look like the type that has 20 pieces of it.
Actually, I do have that much.
Well, man, consider me ship chartered.
Great. Where's your ship?
You're standing in it, man.
Yikes.
Okay, so the only difference there is widescreen
Deep
versus
in the
4x3.
Caribbean, hidden by an endless storm, lies
Ooh, I like this.
Chuck's fortress.
So, when are we gonna resurrect the old bloated fool? Oops.
I'll ignore that comment just this one time, Largo. Only because they tell me you found Guybrush Threepwood.
It's Threepwood, and I
Like the
found him
remastered
on
LeChuck
Scab
much
Island.
better.
Very good. No one gets the upper hand on LeChuck without getting what he deserves. I want Guybrush brought to me, and I want him brought alive. I am entrusting this to you. Do not fail me.
Never, your voodoo lordship.
Aye. Guybrush Threepwood is finished. I need you to start building me a very special doll.
With pleasure.
I'm off to find Big Whoop.
I honestly think the original pixel art LeChuck is the scariest. I think like all the other versions, the remastered versions, both in this game and in the previous game and in the new games, are all more comical and less frightening.
Yeah, the original one's much better proportioned.
We'll definitely be needing some parrot chow.
Welcome to the Jolly Rasta. Where'd you want to go?
Surprised you didn't call it the Jolly Rancher.
I don't know. What are my choices?
I only know how to get to Tree Islands, man.
What are they?
There's where we just came from, Scab Island, the only island where pirates are free to be pirates. Then there's Booty Island, the festive French Mardi Gras party all the time island. It's run by one of the most respected and loved governors around, Governor Elaine Marley.
Elaine?
And last, there is Fat Island, a fascist dictatorship run by an over-bloated pig named Governor Fat. Here, take this easy-to-read reference map, courtesy of Dread Tours. You can use it to show me where you want to go.
Okay, so now we have our map and we have access to
that
these.
booty.
Oh, I do remember the funny thing about this map, though, is that if you try to click on somewhere that isn't an island,
wonder if they had to flip that around to avoid the obvious connection.
Probably.
Despite the fact that...
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Triangle.
The Forbidden Triangle? What? As opposed to
can't go
the
there, man.
accepting
That's the
trapezoid?
Forbidden Square. We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Pentagon. We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Circle. We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Hexagon.
I think that's it.
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Parallelogram.
Okay, no, there was
Nope.
What? No dodecahedron?
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Octagon.
I remember seeing this map and thinking, oh, wait a minute, is there something special about it? You're supposed to fold it on a certain angle or a certain wedge, and there's a hidden message or a map in there?
We've got Octagon.
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Trapezoid.
I knew that one was coming.
Yeah,
can't go
Deca
there,
says
man.
what? No rhombus
That's
of
the
ruin?
Forbidden Rhombus.
There we go.
Oh, there is a rhombus, see? See? Deca, you got your rhombus.
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Dihedron. We can't go there,
Yeah,
man.
but is it a
That's the
dodecahedron?
Forbidden Ellipse. We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Dodecagon.
Oh, I got a dodecagon. Oh, okay. All right.
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Ovoid.
Severe commitment to the bit here. I give him full credit.
We can't go there, man.
Seriously.
That's the Forbidden Icosahedron.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. We gotta find a list of all of these.
We can't go there, man. That's the Forbidden Cardioid.
Cardioid. Jeez,
I don't even know what that one is.
We'll do
yeah,
some
we
more.
gotta look that one up.
We'll do some more later. But right now, so what we know is that Elaine Marley is governor of this island, and there's a library on this island. So which should we do first?
The overdue fines. Gotta watch out for those library fees.
I don't know. Well, we've only got a couple minutes, so I mean, we probably want to save the next bit because we're going into chapter 2, right? So,
Oh yeah,
we want to save that for next time.
I mean, we have 40 minutes.
Do we? Oh, are we going to? I thought we were going to 4:30.
Yeah, it's only 4:20.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to 4:30.
So what do we think? Booty or fat? Fat booty. Fat booty. Fat booty.
Fat?
Fat. Okay.
That? That it is. So we're going to Pretty Hot and Tempting Island. Kelpa's in the chat. Hi, Kelpa. Kelpa said, "Yay, 40 more minutes of pirating." He says, "Let's get some booty." Now, I would also recommend that, but it's just, I think fat's closer.
Well, you say that.
Well, not the way he
going in the
No, not the way he's going.
piloting. Wow. Recky's like, nice.
Wow, that was funny.
Welcome to Fat Island.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Aren't you Guybrush Threepwood?
No, my name is Smith. You must have me confused with someone else.
Smith, eh? That's an unusual name. Perhaps you have some identification?
I must have left it in my other pants.
That's the second lamest excuse I've ever heard. You'd better come with me. Governor Fat would like a word with you.
Just one?
Well, am I under arrest?
If you want to put it that way, sir, yes.
Oh, all right. Let's go. Coming.
Well.
Well, mister. Oh, excuse me.
Oh.
Well,
No.
Mr. Threepwood, I can't tell you how pleased I am to have you here as my guest.
Now, as you can see from that sequence there, like, I think they were using the loading time as a way of using those graphics as establishing shots. And in this version, like, they just flash on the screen too quickly.
Would
Well, I guess we know where they got the inspiration for Blade.
Funny you should mention LeChuck, as he's the reason I brought you here.
Ah, you wanted to thank me for getting rid of him, huh? Well, no thanks are necessary. You see,
Perhaps you didn't kill him quite so thoroughly as you imagine. He looked perfectly healthy the last time I saw him.
Last time you saw him? Oh no, LeChuck's back.
I beg your pardon, did you say something?
Oh yeah, kill you with fire.
I took care of LeChuck once, I can do it again.
You'll get your chance. You see, he's put a sizable bounty on your head.
Oh?
A bounty I intend to collect.
Oh. Whatever bounty LeChuck's offering, I'll double it.
Very amusing, Mr. Threepwood. Take him away.
Yes, sir, Governor Fat. Come on, you little weasel.
He's got a book very prominently placed on his bed covering there.
I'll be back.
Come on. Don't try to escape or anything. Walt will chew you to bits. Okay, Walt.
Doggy.
I'll be back to relieve you at 11.
Okay, and I believe this is another one of the scenes from this game that, like, is directly inspired from the Pirates of the Caribbean Disneyland ride.
Yes. The dog with the keys.
It's the dog with the key in its mouth.
I hope I don't have to sleep here. That doesn't seem to work.
Another stick?
It's a stick.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting, for some reason we still have our money, but we don't have any of our other items. They've been put in one of these two envelopes.
A fine example of dieting gone horribly wrong. He's not exactly my type. Watch me flip it right into my pocket. They don't call me the Bone Master for nothing.
Close enough.
It's a tibia.
Here, poochie pooch. Pooch.
Here, doggy doggy. Here, boy.
If you think that was easy, you should try getting the dog
The door's
to
locked.
do your commands in full throttle. Look.
So now we have two envelopes.
There's a banana in here and an organ.
That's what the gorilla envelope had in it. And this one I think has
Hey,
all our stuff.
that tickles.
Yeah, so we get all of our inventory back. We never did read this
Big Whoop. Unclaimed bonanza or myth. This is fascinating. It says here there were 4 pirates. Rapscallion, the cook, young Lindy, the cabin boy, Mr. Rogers, the first mate, and Captain... Good heavens! Captain Marley! Wonder if there's any relation. They buried their treasure along with plenty of... booby traps on a place believed to be called Inky Island. They made a map which they divided into 4 pieces, each man taking one. Rapscallion later opened the Steam and Weenie Hut on Scab Island. It was a huge success, but fell into disrepair after Rap was killed in a flash fire. Young Lindy drifted aimlessly, down on his luck until he mysteriously came into money while panhandling on Booty Island. He used the cash to bankroll an advertising firm which failed after its gross mishandling of the Gangrene and Honey account. Mr. Rogers retired off the coast of Fat Island. He marketed homemade contest grog brewed in a bathtub until his recent disappearance. Captain Marley vanished while sailing in the America's Cup race. His boat was leading at the time.
Topical jokes from the 90s.
You have to remember all this?
No, not all of it. But it does help to know some of the names of people, specifically Rapscallion.
Excuse me.
Shh! This is a library. Whisper! Now, what is it?
This joke works better now that, you know, you can hear there's no other noise in here and she's yelling while telling you to be quiet.
I'm looking for a book.
Do you have a library card?
No. How do I get one?
I'll need some personal information. Name?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Address?
10 Downing Street.
Age?
This is relevant later.
21.
Occupation?
Pirate.
Vices?
Murder, arson, thievery, that sort of thing.
I see. All right. Your library card will be mailed to the address you gave me. In the meantime, take this temporary card. You may check books out of the library, but only 4 at a time.
That's about as many titles as I can remember anyhow.
What book are you looking for?
I don't know. What have you got?
You expect me to name every book in the library? Use the card catalog like a normal person.
Yeah, I gave the address, 10 Downing Street was the address of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The White House was one of the other addresses, for instance, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, don't send it there.
Okay, but we need the library card, not just to take out books, which we will need, but also for some other puzzles as well. Now let's see. We were given some names. We were given the name of Rapscallion. Differential obscurantism, see groupings. Ranching, see lice. Okay, so that's not looking up him that way.
I've had it with this card catalog.
Oh. There's also a neat model lighthouse over here.
Is it HO scale?
I think it's much smaller than that.
Pardon me, miss.
What do you want this time?
Why do you have a model lighthouse here?
There's a new lighthouse being built in town. That is a scale model of what it will look like.
Does it work?
It wouldn't be much of a lighthouse if it didn't, now would it?
Actually, I meant the model.
Oh, yes, normally the model works too. The bulb is burned out right now, but there's a scaled-down lens inside.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.
Then why did you?
habit.
Part of the game.
There's a model lighthouse lens inside.
Shh!
Looks powerful.
This is a library.
This guy I always thought was one of the weirder character designs in the thing, just because of the difference of scale. Like, there are hardly any other screens where you get to see these characters this close up, but you can actually see that, like, it doesn't seem like just 5 o'clock shadow. It's like he's got a fairly well-defined beard here.
Beard.
Yep. Reki and Chat said recursion.
Are
See
you
cursion.
kidding? I
Funny.
reached my limit hours ago.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty fisherman.
Oh, you are you?
I'm the best fisherman in these isles.
Oh, I beg to differ with you. I'm the best fisherman in these isles.
Well, I could see Clint Howard playing this role well.
You? Why, you couldn't catch fish at a restaurant.
The pike I catch make Pike's Peak look like an anthill. That's why I'm known as the Blowfish.
Is it
You
just
mean
me or
to
does his
blow
voice sound
hard.
younger than his body looks?
Listen, bait for brains. I'm the best around, and that is that.
Yeah, I always thought, I mean, he doesn't look that old in the old graphics, but it's kind of hard to tell.
No, he looks way older in the new. And the voice doesn't
He
quite
kind of
match
looks
it.
a little. He kind of looks a little Asian in the classic look compared to the remastered.
Yes.
Well, that's what Deca was saying in chat.
And I think they moved away from that here, rather intentionally. And this seems like it's very much like a callback to the insult sword fighting.
Yeah.
Not if your hooks are as dull as your wit.
Perhaps you'd like to make a small wager, Mr. Fisherman?
Sure, I'll take your bet.
Let me tell you what I had in mind first. If you can catch a bigger fish than I can, I'll give you my prize-winning fishing pole.
What's the catch?
If I catch a bigger fish than you, you have to eat it raw.
You.
Ooh, you mean on rice with a little wasabi and soy sauce?
No, plain cold and with the head still on it. What do you say?
What's this character's name again?
I don't think he has a name. He's just the fisherman.
All right, it's a bet.
Great. I am really looking forward to making you eat my catch. What with all the sewage from Governor Fat's mansion, the fish are usually pretty gross. I never eat mine. Just sell them to restaurants. Best get fishing, buddy.
Yeah, fisherman. He sounds like Cartman.
He does. But yeah, his voice seems like 10 or 20 years younger than the body design and the new graphics.
Yes. Okay, so that goes back to the boat. This will take us, I think, to the map of the island, so we can see what else there is out here. So we got the governor's mansion, which we've been to only briefly. The wharf and Dred's ship. Waterfall.
Would that be Lieutenant Worf?
Very picturesque.
Okay, now is it instinctive for everyone to think that there's something hidden behind waterfalls because of every TV show, movie, and video game has something hidden behind waterfalls?
In this case, there is. And
I know that there is. It's just that
this is
that
the worst
particular
puzzle in
trope
the
is
game.
now so ingrained. Does everyone expect it every time they see waterfalls? I know I do.
Yeah.
What's this doing in a pirate game?
And actually, this is one of the first hints that, like, well, I mean, even the first game has a few kind of fourth wall breaks. as it advances towards its finale, this game has more and more, and this is one of them where it's like, well, what year is this? Why is this supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Why is there a mechanical pump?
Yeah, well, Octavia says, is that a hatch?
Shyamalan
Yeah,
twist in, like The Village.
Or The Lost. It's an Abrams trope.
The mystery box.
Well, see, I think if we turn off the valve, then the waterfall will stop, and then we can see the entrance.
I don't remember if it's what's behind it or whether it's just that we're allowed to walk across it if we turn it off. It's one or the other. I think it may be true because I think what it is that we can't...
I can't reach it.
Yeah, see, there's this location over here which we can't reach currently. And
we don't have a boat, or we don't have our, pilotable coffin.
Yeah. Well,
Octavia says maybe a polar bear? Maybe. We'll have to give Abrams some royalties there. Actually, yeah, is there a plane crash somewhere on the beach? I don't know if you can see it from here. It'd be funny if they, incorporated some newer stuff in it as well, just to be funny.
Yeah. Now, most of the puzzles in this phase, actually, a lot of them are not self-contained to one location. So it's not like, well, let's go to this island and solve all the puzzles on this island, and then we'll move on to the other one. A lot of the puzzles, even discovering them, let alone solving them, require you to visit multiple places.
Yeah, so we're going to be ping-ponging back and forth.
No more bets? Okay, here we go. $22 black.
All right!
You're a winner, sir. Which prize would you like?
What you got left?
We have money, an invitation to Governor Marley's Mardi Gras party, and a free pass to see the Linguini Brothers Circus.
I'd like the money.
The money it is.
Oh, nice callback there.
Easy money.
Hello.
How you doing?
Could you explain how this game works?
Sure, it's easy. Just tell me what number you want, and I'll spin the wheel. If your number comes up, you win.
Sounds simple. What numbers can I bet on?
1 to 32, red or black.
Do many other people come to play here?
Lots of people come to play when we've got a bunch of prizes, but we're almost out today. We only have 3 left.
Right, so the prize we want from this, if we had gone to Booty Island, we would have known that the governor's having a party and you need to have an invitation. And this guy has that as one of the prizes.
I just remembered. I don't gamble.
Why not? You could win big. Come back if you change your mind.
And if you watch this
me,
guy,
pal.
he comes in
I
want to
make another bet. 30 red.
30 red it is.
And he always wins.
Seconds? 30 seconds. Oh, there it goes.
30 red.
All right!
You win again. Today is your lucky day, all right. Would you like money again?
Yeah.
So if we think that's fishy enough that we want to follow him,
Easy money.
we can do that. It turns out he's walking around to this other aisle, this other alley.
Not really much of a prop to follow.
Give me the next number.
First, give me the password. If this is 5, what's this?
2.
Right. The winning number will be 8 black.
Thanks.
Okay, we don't need to address this puzzle right now, but I'm just here, so. Like, I think we probably should go to Booty Alley, because all the follow-ups I can think of actually involve seeing what's going on there as well.
Where do you want to go?
Okay, let's see if he goes in a straight line.
Nope. No, they do this Indiana Jones joke. I think the first few times. I think after a while they cut it out. They just do a straight transition, but they don't ever show Dredd sailing in a straight line. Octavia says, everybody shoves things into their crotches. Did pockets not exist yet? Yeah, that's true. Thought we were gonna go. No.
Wait, you're going the wrong. Turn around.
I like how he moves across the compass.
Definitely getting paid by the hour.
Actually, no, we paid him a flat rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I forgot about that.
And this island is safer in that we don't get arrested on arrival here.
We're gonna get shot by a cannon!
Hello there.
Sorry, son. Didn't have my horn out. Could you say that again?
I said hello there. My name's Threepwood.
Oh, why, hello there, Threepwood. You in town for Mardi Gras?
Is this the right time of year for Mardi Gras?
Son, it's always Mardi Gras on Booty Island. I used to be the governor of this island, but I never had any time to come down here and enjoy the party, so I quit. And now I watch out for the mail boat, which reminds me, I have to get back to work.
Hello again.
What was that?
Hey, old man, how about blowing off the cannon?
How about just blowing off? My name is Augustus DeWatt, not old man. And this cannon is for official purposes only.
That collectible plate is worth a mint!
Wow! I knew those would be valuable one day. Nice shop you got here.
Thanks! I pride myself on the quality of my merchandise. I only sell the finest of pirate memorabilia. Even the trade-ins are first class. And I always make you the best deals.
How can you afford to do that?
Volume!
I have to go now.
Oh no.
Becca says, getting
Please
Paris
tell me this
mirrors
is
is
another
unhealthy.
parrot puzzle-like Fate of Atlantis. That would be horrible.
That's part of the Big Whoop treasure map. I don't know a lot about the piece, but there's supposed to be a book in the library that tells all about the whole map.
Oh, a book in the library, huh?
How much is the map piece?
The map piece is made of authentic parchment from the turn of the century. Can't find things like that anymore.
Yeah, but how much is it?
Oh, about 6 million pieces of 8.
I don't think I have that much to spend.
Well, I do have some nice fake maps for less.
No thanks.
And just in case we thought we would solve this puzzle like the last one.
Do you take credit?
Yeah, like you have one. But I do accept personal checks or trade-ins.
That's the ticket here, is trade-ins.
What kind of trade-ins do you accept?
I'll take most old swords, some used parrots, almost anything valuable made of bronze, and a few old ship parts.
Would you give me the map piece for any of those things?
No, but there's one thing I might trade for the map piece.
What would you trade for the map piece?
There was a certain ship that sunk, and I'd really like the figurehead. I'd give you the map if you got the figurehead for me.
Can you tell me about the ship with the figurehead?
The ship was a huge galleon named the Mad Monkey. Nobody knows where it sank or why, but the figurehead is supposed to be the most fabulous piece of art ever. That's why I want it. I'm a collector of fine art, as I'm sure you can see.
I have to go now.
Okay, so there's a couple things we can look up in the library. He says there's a book about Big Whoop, and it's possible there also might be something about the Mad Monkey. And he also wants the figurehead from a sunken boat.
Glass-bottom boat. Sunken galleons. See the world. Sightseeing. See the world.
Could I have one of those leaflets?
Yeah, okay. Like to charter a ship? I do weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, you name it.
I'm searching for the treasure of Big Whoop.
Yeah? When I was the first mate on the Limping Limpet, we went in search of Big Whoop. We'd heard it was buried under a place called Blinky Island. Never found the island or the treasure. The captain eventually died of boredom while we were crossing the sea of beige flotsam. I hope your luck is better.
Hi, my name's Guybrush.
I'm Captain Kate Capsize.
I just remembered I'm late for a party.
You and everybody else on this island. If you need a ship, you know where to find me. 3-hour tours.
Her ship later, but we need to know where to go
boat.
first.
Sightseeing.
Oh, and hey,
cruises.
Look. It's Stan.
Sunken galleons.
Howdy!
Oh, yeah,
Welcome
you knew he was
to
going to be
Stan's
here.
previously owned coffins. We handle the dead for a lot less bread. What are you looking for, son? Need a bin for your next of kin? Want a family plot without spending a lot? You're in luck! Just look at all this quality merchandise. Never before touched by a living soul. Most of it used only for a few hours. Premature burial, you know. That sort of thing. Well, speak up. Or are you dead? Either way, you came to the right place.
Oh, there's a coffin with a very sad graphic on it.
Yes, there's the LucasArts one, if that's the one you mean.
Yeah.
The LucasArts.
Rip.
And there's also this very prominent key in the background there.
Didn't you used to be a used ship salesman?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But I decided to get into a business where unsatisfied customers are less likely to come back and complain.
Like I said, this place is the best.
Here, take this complimentary hanky.
That it is.
Just my way of saying, I care.
Oh, yeah. Keppel says, yeah, don't miss the opportunity to, quote, pick up
Cruises.
Kate because her rebuttal
Last
lines are
day
the best.
before I leave for Fat Island.
I'm interested in chartering a ship.
Great. Not many people want to charter a glass-bottom boat around here. Pretty soon I'm off to Fat Island to try my luck there. But let's talk turkey first. My fee is 6,000 pieces of 8.
So far, the guy selling the map piece wants it for $6 million or a trade-in. She wants 6,000, and we've literally got only 400.
Do you give credit? Don't you think 6,000 pieces of 8 is a bit high?
No, I don't.
Decca's put into the chat the lore connecting these characters to Sea of Thieves. Kate Capsize.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to read it. It was
Guy
extensive.
rushed to the Sea of Thieves after saying goodbye to her glass-bottom boat in favor of the Headless Monkey. She isn't sure if Threepwood ever made it to the Sea of Thieves because, well, she died before she could make it there herself, and that's why she's in the Sea of the Damned, which is where the wreck of the Headless Monkey resides.
I don't have that much.
I guess you'd better find some more then, huh? See the world.
And that's what the
Sightseeing.
gambling puzzle on Fat Island
Cruises.
is for generating enough money to
Sightseeing.
hire her.
3-hour tours. Sightseeing.
3-hour tours.
See the world. See the world.
Okay, now, who's gonna be next? It's a great day for spitting. Just look at this juicy crowd. Step up to the line and cast your swill.
valuable prizes.
Is everyone spit
I'll give it a
green?
A volunteer! All right, settle down, folks. This kid looks like a serious contender. What's your name, boy?
Well, they call me the Phlegm Master.
The Phlegmster, the Phlegmalizer, the Master of Phlegm. Spit away!
Get out of the way, sir.
Misfire! Misfire! Everybody run! Well, so much for the Phlegm Master. Let's give him a big hand anyway, folks. At least he tried. Come on! It's all paid for by Booty Island Parks and Rec. Just put your two lips together
not really
and
an indication
blow.
of why you want to
Are
do
you
this.
pirates or
why
not?
you need to do this before this
2,
happens.
4,
it's,
6,
it's just kind
8.
of here.
Come on, let's expectorate. Everybody already has the necessary equipment.
Cruises.
I kind of wonder if this is
Cruises.
how LeChuck gets your bodily fluids.
I suppose it might be. I don't know that they bother to specifically tell you how it is that he does that.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so
definitely not
there's-
something I ever thought of when I played it the first time.
Yeah, no, me neither. Okay, so here's the governor's mansion, and we know that she's having a party because we've seen the announcement that there's a ticket for that party as one of the prizes in the alley.
Ah! The ghost pirate LeChuck!
Get a grip! Don't you know a Mardi Gras costume when you see one? Is there something I can help you with?
I'm here for the governor's party.
You mean Governor Marley's Mardi Gras fish fry? It's invitation only and costumes are required.
So that's two things we need for this.
This is my costume.
Nobody would willingly wear such a dopey costume.
I think the Bigfoot
nice
party
costume.
that was invitation
Almost scared me
only
to
was
death.
pretty
Thanks.
fun.
Where's your costume for the governor's party?
You mentioned a party before?
Did you bring a costume and invitation?
I don't have an invitation.
Then you can't go past me.
Gotta go. Keep up the good work.
So this is like the troll bridge in the other one where you have to give him the red herring. But in this case, we actually do need a costume and an invitation.
Does this
Well, that's
mean
a
we
lot
can,
of highlights.
yeah, does this mean we can actually go as a red herring? I mean, what costumes are optional?
How rustic.
What's that even for? I don't remember what this is for.
Well, it looks like the tree posts you have to put steps in to go up
Yes,
them. At least that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is also a puzzle for later. I know what that's for, but I just don't remember the outhouse being involved in anything.
Recky's like, big whoop under a big tree? Next to Big Booty.
I can't reach
Well,
it. Oh, yeah. This is another location you wouldn't necessarily have thought to until something tells
Oh,
you.
yeah, until, yeah. Now, what year did this come out?
94, I think, or 93?
Okay, because that was definitely after Buckaroo Banzai, which was 84. That had a bunch of big booty jokes.
Um, 91, so it's a little bit older than I thought.
Yeah, Kapal said, yeah, the outhouse is completely uninvolved. It's just a visual gag. Yeah, Octavius is 91. So, yeah, this was good old high school.
So the only solid clue we've got now is that we do know two things to look up in the library.
Yep.
Where do you want to go?
The library, man.
And they Eventually, they just drop all the transitions. They just bring you straight here.
Thank goodness. Now, has some poor fool actually gone through every single card?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I knew it. I knew the completionists would.
I believe somebody put up a YouTube that basically has all of the card catalog jokes in it.
I figured somebody would have come with an itemized spreadsheet by now. There's a Google Doc somewhere, I'll bet.
So what you have to do basically is that you look at the card, and then in the conversation you choose, I have to remember that, and that adds it to the list of books you can ask the librarian
Big whoop.
about.
Unclaimed bonanza or myth? I'll have to remember that.
Keppel says, yes, I have. He's actually gone through every single one. That's impressive.
And, Mad Monkey was the other one.
Oh, he says, I have rented every single book to see the jokes hidden inside of them. Wow. That's impressive.
Okay, nothing about the Mad Monkey, but maybe...
I think I'll try a different drawer.
In general.
I've had it with
He says,
this card
quote, famous
catalog.
pirate recipes is a good subtle one. But Elaine Marley's book is my favorite. So once we find that one, we should get Elaine Marley's book.
Shipwrecks, Sea Disaster.
I've had it with this card catalog.
Disaster, disease.
Land,
Disaster. Great
land,
shipwrecks
sea
of our
snatch.
century. From the Lime Life Disaster series.
Great shipwrecks of our century. I'll have to remember that. I've had it with this card catalog.
Okay, so that's 2 we can ask for. And there's a limit to the number we can have out at once.
Yeah, we can only do 4.
Pardon me, miss.
Now, wait a minute.
What do you
Does it
want
count the one we
this
already
time?
have?
I don't think so.
I'm looking
Because
for a book.
the voodoo woman said
book are
she
you
took one out
looking
under our
for?
name.
True.
Do you have Great Shipwrecks of Our Century?
Okay, here you go. Anything else?
Oh, that's glitched.
I think the
That's
wheel
great.
squeaking's bugged.
Yeah.
It didn't like your transition.
No.
I need Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth.
How does she do that?
Her feet.
No, but her
She's
feet
just
aren't
pushing
moving.
off.
They're just up in
Already
the air.
checked that book out, Mr. Three-Quarter.
Oh yeah, and it's still
Anything
glitched
else?
if I go back to the new graphics.
Yeah.
I won't be needing any more
You
books
can't do
just
the
now.
new graphics.
Remember, silence is golden.
Okay, so. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna do something about that.
Great Shipwrecks of Our Century. It says here the Mad Monkey sank at 36 North, 87 West.
Logo.
3687. Okay, great. But it looks like I can only remember one book at a time.
Yes, well, Keppel said, yeah, you called it. It's the book that the voodoo lady rented for us. So, yeah, it's that one. Yeah, you may have to, like, leave the library and come back for that to stop.
Or that won't help at all.
No, it's still doing it. Congratulations, Narc. You
Might
broke
be
the
a good
game.
point to,
to go?
save and call it then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we're
probably.
past 5 as it is.
Yes,
And
I
considering
think,
you broke the game,
yes.
that's
Yeah, okay.
funny. Oh, man. Yeah, can you go
Can I
back?
skip this? Can I skip it?
I don't know. Go back to the
Yes,
old
hold Y to
stuff,
skip.
because I can still hear the squeaking.
Oh, it stopped. It stopped.
Yay, thank goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, we just lost 50 viewers. Who am I kidding? We don't have 50 viewers. Anyway, well, thank you so much. We certainly hope everyone's enjoying this. Anybody want to say anything else before we wrap up?
Okay.
Why is spit green?
I don't know. They had to pick something to differentiate stuff, so I guess green was the grossest.
Do we know?
Green?
Probably because they drink so much grog.
Yeah.
Do we know what we want to do next week? Do we want to go back
Maybe-
to Divinities since we haven't done it for a bit, or do we want to continue with this?
Maybe it'd be a surprise. I like to continue with this personally. What do you guys want to do?
Well, there'll always be a part of me that misses Divinity, but I'm willing to go with whatever you got.
Okay. Leah, you have thoughts?
Yeah, I'd love to do Divinity, but, you know, it doesn't matter.
Narc, what do you want?
I think I'd be okay with continuing for this for a bit.
I think it's a lot of fun, you know, and we've definitely been doing Divinity for quite a while, so it'd be nice to change things up. So maybe we should schedule this. And hey, everyone's coming out of the woodwork for this one, so that might tell us something too.
I've never left the woodwork.
Yeah, but you're always here in the woodwork. Hiding out in the wainscoting. Okay, all right, well, we'll definitely shoot for Monkey Island 2 next week. We usually do these things at Saturday, but times we're going to be going a little early. We're going to be doing it at 2 if possible, to help Leah with her internet, because timing. So yeah, so Saturday, July 16th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or EDT, depending where everyone else is in the world. And yeah, as always, you can check out our rampagey.net/schedule. We're going to try to figure out some things to synergize stuff to make things easier and keep them up to date, so stay tuned for those. And as always, please feel free to check out all of our stuff on our YouTube channel at rampagey.net with playlists of every game that we've done, past and present. All the way from early marathon and games like this, all to the latest and greatest horrible things like Destiny 2. The grind fest that it is. So, until next time, I am Blackstar, he is Nargajan, he is Jail, she is Leah Crow, we are Rampacy, and we certainly hope to catch all of you next time. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
What the? Is that a owl? Ah, curse you, old school adventure game. 1555 cheater.
LucasArts game.